put that in my watch later. Come in and share the live stream, please. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. These holidays are so corny. Let's see here.
Every thought attracts the gold. Every dream is built and told.
All right, gonna go ahead and do a general collective reading. Chat filter. Yeah, support the channel, please. I don't know what the problem is, but yeah, you do good to share your supports by liking, sharing, commenting, donating, whatever suits your fancy. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. As above, so below, as within, so without. Remember the east, west, south, and north. Please protect me and allow me to see. So we're going to go in here and tap in and see what's going on with the collective. This is a general reading. Please take what resonates with you and just leave the rest behind. Thank you for the like. So what's going on with the collective here? All right, we do have prayer energy. Prayers. Oh, in the shadow. Shadow prayers. And we have the Father. The Father, your father figure, you could be a father. All right. Let me get some general energy right now. Oh, something to do with the police. This could be past energy. I hope it is. Maybe there's a lesson to be learned. Someone could be praying about their father. Something could have happened to their father with the police. This could also be a future energy. So let's take a look. See where we are. Hope you all are doing well today. I posted a video about this, seasonal depression a little bit. I'm doing my work, my homework on our mental health. A lot of people suffer from depression during this time of year. I do have some solutions, but we'll talk about that later. We're talking about prayer right now. Maybe someone is praying to be of service, asking for guidance. That's a good idea. You also could be expecting some sort of results. With the shadow work, this could be dark energy. When are we in a state of prayer and when are we not? Or to whom or to what do you pray? So I think everybody has a good grip on prayer, meditation, asking for whatever it is you need or want. Okay? A little focused on our energies, whether you're religious or not. Prayer is not exclusive to religion. Everybody's not religious that believes in a creator or a higher power, or it could just be yourself that you trust, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that either. Now, we should be engaging in shadow work at this time, especially at this time of year. There could be a revealing of some sort of unconscious aspect of yourself and of the world. And also, there could be a denial of these aspects, these unconscious aspects, these hidden hidden things that we got going on, that everybody has going on. It'd be things that are unspeakable. This could possibly have to do with the police. Someone may have wounded a police officer, got into some sort of confrontation with a weapon. Someone could be denying their shadows, okay? Some unwelcoming feelings. I think that's why people don't really like to listen to me or watch my channel. But you got to bring up the dirt. That's the only way you can be happy, truly happy. And, know who you are. When we know who we are, we can pretty much get along in life. It's helped me be a better person. It's helped me to accept things that otherwise could have broken me. Like, people wanted me to be broken. They wanted me to feel alone and abandoned. Okay, at some point I did feel like that, but then I realized that it's got to be something deeper. Because I'm generally a very happy person, very easy to get along with. Just as long as you're not trying to make me do something that I don't agree with or something that I don't want to do. You could have a father, a very good father. Something may have happened with him and the police, okay? Um, your father could have been very supportive, hopefully, very strategic, very intelligent, very kind, okay? Um, Regal, a lot of self-respect. Maybe he was looked up to in the community. But we also have those father figures who, could have been taken out of here or they passed away. Maybe they just left the scene. Maybe they just didn't want to do the parenting thing. Your relationship with your father could have been very disappointing. All right. Your father, or you could have been very devastated by the failures, the so-called perceived failures of a father. Or this could be you. I did a reading yesterday about perceived failures. It doesn't look like anyone may have checked it out, maybe a couple people. But you can look it up and go over it. See if it resonates with you. Okay, I'm just here to help. I'm not here to harm anyone. This is October 16th. We're in the middle of October. We are in the fall season. Some of you may be getting ready for the holidays. I am one of those who is boycotting the Christmas thing. Okay. I don't believe it's tied to any religion other than Christianity because, that's what they made of it, but it's not, it doesn't say that in the scriptures or anything like that. The birth of so-called Jesus, but we're talking about Christ consciousness. That's what I believe that Christmas and Christianity is about. Someone could live in Idaho. You could come from Idaho, be from Idaho. Maybe you pass through Idaho, something specific. And I also have the name Deborah. Okay, so let me pull a little tarot, see where we are. You can tap in by hitting the like button, or you can, the reactions, you can do that too. Let's see which cards I want to use. What's calling out to me? As above, so below. All right, I ask you to hold your questions until we get this spread out here. As above, so below, as within, so without. Great Mother of the East, West, South, and North, please protect us and allow us to see. We're going to use the Chrysalis Tarot deck. Okay. So we have prayer. Someone could be praying. Could be praying for a lost loved one. Could be your father. You could be the father figure. The Six of Stones is in reverse. So this is some unhealthy energy. Someone's financial well-being could be in question. Oh, wow. We have the High Priestess in reverse. Wow. Wow. So there's a need to use some education, but I'm saying intuition. I think intuition outweighs education. Okay, we do have the King of Scrolls as father energy. but the Ten of Pentacles is also in the upright. Now the Emperor is in reverse and the Page of Stones is in reverse. So that's a lost opportunity, possibly to be with your father or to make some sort of connection. It could be having to do with your generation, family energy, Ten of Pentacles. Someone's money could be affected or could have been affected. Maybe there's something that happened in the past with this father figure and these police officers. So we also have the Knight of Stones in reverse. A lot of earth energy here. Okay. I don't know if somebody is talking to like a practitioner. Someone could have owed somebody some money in the past or something. There could have been some sort of backfire, or this could be about a past life. Okay. So someone could be losing patience with this shadow work or in denial. Trying to make a recovery. Someone could just be speaking up something, making up some sort of tall tale or lying about something. An emperor, or they could have actually come in some sort of, well, you could have the energy of a father figure. If your father has passed on, if he's no longer on this earth, who may be trying to contact you or connect with you or to show you something. Or someone could have claimed that they're connected spiritually, or they could be a medium. Okay. So the Nine of Spirals is in reverse. So that's a loss of energy or someone's unable to project or transform. Okay, shadow work. We have the Magician in reverse. So there's definitely could be some manipulation. This Page of Stones in reverse could be you as a child, earth sign energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. As above, so below. And with the Ten of Pentacles and the Moon, so that is hidden energy, shadow energy, connected to the good reputation of your father. Maybe your father was a police officer that could have been wounded in the line of duty, or even, deceased in a line of duty. Okay, because he's in the upright, the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, we have the Moon, which is some hidden energy or also some sort of fear of manipulation. Someone could be afraid to speak to like somebody like me, or to tap in like that, be resisting the shadow work. Your intuition is extremely important, and I always encourage you on this channel to listen to yourself first. And you should only seek out confirmations, or maybe something isn't right. Maybe there is some sort of illusion, or there could have been some sort of illusion about, it looks like some sort of work or payment. Someone may have paid a practitioner. Someone could owe a practitioner, where something may have happened here where there was some sort of, well, it could have been protection, but I feel like it's been, I wonder if somebody's protection was destroyed or overcome, or somebody got through something. Let me get this father energy, and the name Deborah is significant. Okay, the King of Cups, King of Mirrors is in the upright. So an emotional balance, someone who could, it could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This could represent someone's balanced emotions. We have Leo with the Sun in the upright. Somebody has a positive experience with their dad. They had a positive experience with their father. Could be you, or whoever Deborah is. Okay, as above, so below. Got Cancer and Fire, then with the Tower in reverse. Now, this is going back to some sort of protection. If your father has passed on, he could be protecting you energetically. Maybe this is coming off as feeling like something you may not believe, or something you haven't quite connected the dots yet, or there could be some sort of reason why you're not tapping into your intuition. Okay, someone could just be in fear. Someone could fear that energy. There's no fear. Don't have any fear. When we have fear, we tend to make mistakes or rebel. I have Taurus energy with the Hierophant in reverse. Something needs to be dealt with. Somebody's shadows is speaking to them. Okay. Are you going within? Okay, dealing with the karmic situation, possibly with your, generational situations or patterns. I don't want to call them curses anymore because you're not cursed. If we're here on this earth, we're breathing. No matter what our circumstances are, there is something to be learned. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, right? So we do have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse with the Hierophant, but I feel like this is some shadow work that's going on. Look, everything's coming up in the upright. Now the Seven of Cups could offer in the Queen of Swords. Okay, so parents that could be separated, divorced, things could have happened in the past. You could be repeating this pattern. There could be a lot of choices or decisions that you need to make. So the King of Swords, there's some sort of inner judgment taking place from the past. Shadow work is happening. Now you could be offered a lot of choices or a lot of different decisions, different ways to go. The Seven of Cups, it could also be some sort of illusion, or maybe you're thinking you're seeing an illusion. Okay. Trust me, the veil is extremely thin, especially this time of year. Instead of focusing on how much money we're going to spend or the spending money that we don't have, be more creative with your gifts, be more intentional. Maybe the power of love, the power of intellect can help us overcome any sort of, the shadow work, help us with our shadow work, and also stave off the depressions and anxiety that a lot of people tend to have this time of year. Okay. So something turned over here. Oh, I don't support anything gay. I don't know what that means. Okay. um, do you support gay rights? I care about people's sexual preferences or what they do in their bedroom. That's a personal thing. I myself am celibate and at this time asexual. Is not anything that I'm focused on. I'm focused on healing myself emotionally, spiritually. I'm someone who I'm a survivor of childhood molestation and things like that. I don't judge anybody. That's your business. I don't know. I didn't say anything about gay. Okay. So that's a personal thing. I support everyone. I support life in itself. Happy Friday. It's not Friday. It's Thursday, right? Or am I wrong? Hey, I may be behind. Okay. So what you support is your business. Okay. It doesn't mean you have to harm anyone or disrespect anyone. So let's keep it that way. So I do see this child. I have this child image in my hand on this card. And it's a positive, it's a yes. Walk before you run. There's a fresh outlook on something. Someone could be learning to walk. This could be speaking about a child. You could be new to spirituality or tapping into your intuition. Now, the divine child, the Hierophant is in reverse. Maybe somebody needs to take baby steps, okay? With a lot of offers here or a lot of choices or decisions to make emotionally. Now, the King and Queen of Scrolls, of King and Queen of Swords, are both in the upright. They could represent parents who are separated, divorced. Okay, you could be an air sign. Your father could be an air sign. Your mother could be an air sign. You could be an air sign, any of that. Okay. And the moon speaks of this inner judgment here, this shadow work, as above, so below. Maybe somebody's coming out of an illusion that things are moving slowly. There could be some sort of small recovery, or someone no longer feels abandoned, okay? Now, currently someone could be going through a rough patch, feeling stuck right now, all right? On pins and needles. That could happen while you're doing shadow work, while you're tapping into the past, while you're connecting or reconnecting with a lot of times our parental relationships, how they relate to each other, how they related to us as a child. Now, someone could be trying to take a shortcut by using some sort of a sorcery or magic. It doesn't look like it's the right thing to do. There's some sort of misalignment, or maybe somebody did trust their intuition and something could have happened to their father if their father is a police officer. The King and Queen of Swords could represent someone who works in the law. Um, the Hierophant is in reverse, so there's some sort of rebellion, but that's not always bad. Someone could be protected from something or need it to be protected. Okay. Someone is full of possibilities. This could be you. You could have a lot of opportunities here. But it looks like there's no need to rush into anything. I don't know if someone's losing patience with their own healing or with their own shadow work. That could also be possible. All right. So I do have the answer of no here from the past. Maybe someone was cut short. Someone's life could have been cut short. Someone's time with their parents could have been cut short. It may have been an uphill battle. Someone could also told you that something was a lost cause, or fighting for something here could have been a lost cause. Someone could be giving up on their energy or being able to transform their past. There could be fear here too of repeating a karmic cycle. Sometimes we become too rigid in trying to heal our situations or even to understand what has happened to us in the past. But that's why you're here, okay? So don't run away from it. As above, so below. Let's get a little bit of these. I forgot what these are called, but it's going to help us. I don't even know if I have the book down here, so we'll just interpret it. So with this prayer energy, you could be guided to pray. You could have asked for prayers. So the Palladians could be something significant to you. I'm getting someone needing to trust their intuition. You could be someone who is able to cross the veil and see through this 3D world. You have a double mission. All right. Your gifts could be used to uplift humanity, or someone is helping you to uplift your intuition and your spirits here. Somebody or something is trying to tell you something. It looks like there's shadows here that someone could be disregarding. It could make you feel like you're on pins and needles or you're going through a rough patch. But that is a great opportunity. Page of Stones being in reverse, that's a great opportunity to learn something new. You have to take the opportunity to let your life shine. Your life, your struggles, things that you may have went through in the past. Why do you not support anyone who's gay? Not saying that you have to, but we don't have to really think about it too much. If you're not gay, why worry about it? Okay. I don't know. People think that gay people are some sort of that may be harmful or anything, but it doesn't have anything to do with your sexual preference. When people harm other people, especially children, and particularly their own children, it has nothing to do with their sexuality. It has to do with some sort of loss of control or even a repeated pattern. Okay, so we have to let go of that fear of self-judgment. All right, as above, so below. Someone could have been denying their sexuality one way or the other. All right. With this Idaho energy, oh wow, that flipped out really fast. I do have starseed energy here. You're not alone. There's ancient ancestors that stand beside you. This is what I was getting. All right, somebody's a starseed. I got starseed energy here. You need to look and find out what is lighting you up. And possibly if you tap into whatever could be making you feel nervous or make you feel like you're going through a rough patch, you need to dig in a little further than that, okay? My suggestion when you're talking about sexuality is to maybe become celibate. Like, don't even focus on that right now. It looks like there's something much deeper here. Let that be something that happens once you feel as if you're whole, or once you attract your soul tribe. Um, Sexual energy can be used in a lot of negative ways, okay? It could be used to suppress the natural feelings of whoever is involved, whether it be parents, children, a continuous cycle. It can be used to control others, or even speaking or saying things about somebody else's sex life that doesn't involve you could really cause a lot of issues, cause a lot of loss of energy. It could cause people to not even fight for themselves. That's not fair. We all have a right to decide who we want to share our energy with, who we want to share our bodies with. Okay? So make sure you're making your own decisions and not caught up in someone else's illusion. All right? As above, so below. And then we have the father energy with the name Deborah. Okay? We have taking a leap, going first, believing and trusting in the universe, your powers, your God, whatever religion you resonate with, if you resonate at all, into your spirituality. Of course, like I said, you can get wise counsel. You can confirm or deny something that you feel is, you feel within your intuition coming forth. Your shadows are there to help guide you. No, there's no need to run from them. There's nothing on this earth that we can't deal with and solve. Okay. A lot of problems that we feel that other people could be projecting, or things that people made, or we have some idea or even an illusion that someone could be causing us issues, is usually something within you. Okay. You could have some karmic soul ties, and it could be family, friends, people that are closest to you. But there's a need to evaluate those relationships so you can break those ties, and at least break that control of them on your life. Okay. So taking a leap forward, yes, we must walk before we can run. We gotta take baby steps in this spiritual game, because it can get really serious. And we do have a lot of powerful magicians out there. We have a lot of powerful people who know how to manipulate energy, who do that on a regular basis. And some of them that's their purpose. Okay. And it's to help the star seeds light up and to realize who they are. And then the cycle continues of your light shines, and those that you come in contact with or walk with, that you'll be drawn by their light. And it may not be very comfortable sometimes, but that's your purpose. And as long as you are satisfying your soul by not hurting anyone or yourself, then you're doing your job and you're doing what you're supposed to do. Possibly just by minding your own business, right? And not judging others. You do have to evaluate and think about it. Use your intelligence. Be reasonable about it. Put yourself in someone else's shoes, whether you are that person or not. You got to see it from their perspective. That's wisdom, and it doesn't matter how old you are. It's trusting in your own intuition, trusting in your own gifts, studying your family history, whether it's negative or positive. You got to learn from it, okay? Taking a leap, you go first. That's faith. That's trusting in your faith. The King and Queen of Swords are in the upright. Y'all are intelligent people. Okay, we just sometimes get a little fearful, and we lose our courage sometimes. But it's okay. You're not alone. Never, never, never. Because you got some ancient ancestors here who are standing beside you as you go through the shadow work. They're the ones guiding you and pushing you to shine. All right, star seeds, keepers of the earth. You got air and earth highly aspected in this reading. And we also have, let's get one more with the leap, taking a leap with the star seed energy. Longing for home, oh wow, this is the original light worker energy. And we are in this age of light. And it looks as if you've been training for this moment for many, many lifetimes. Now you have tap into your energy. You've done you're doing your studying, your background, and that doesn't stop. Okay, you continue to learn about yourself and your people, your children. Your relatives. I do feel like there's some longing, and that could be the shadows that's coming up in here that you are original light worker. You have a long ancient history here, and this is the time to shine that light. All right. Welcome, Ashes to Ashes. Good to see you. And you've been training for this for a lifetime. I'm gonna tap into some self care cards right here. This is a beautiful reading. I hope it resonates with you and let you go a little deeper. Okay, take some more steps. We're all learning and growing together. As above, so below. It's a chance to change the past. We do have that power. All right. Three cards here. So we have an enlightenment power here. You're choosing the power of your own consciousness. And this is, you use this for a vehicle. You use this for your own growth. Okay. Tend to your own body, your own needs, your own mind. That's intuition we're tapping in here. High priest or high priestess energy, being yourself. You are unique. Even though we could go through the same kind of things or same situations, you are special. You're different. All right. Trust that who you are is perfect for your path, for your unique path, and for your soul journey. We all have different fingerprints. We all have different birth dates, even though they can match someone else's, but the alignments of the stars and the planets and the energies is all different. Study your birth chart. I can't stress that enough. It does help. Okay, and then live your life as above, so below. Just check in with things. Don't get obsessed about anything, and don't overthink anything. Just be who you are. Take a break. Take a leap. Rest. Be peaceful. And your enlightenment will come in, okay? You got to embrace the change, okay? You got to spend some time alone, creating, giving yourself freedom, creating a safe nest for peace, for healing, for calm. Just the same way you arrange your 3D life to make it the way you want it to be, okay? Do the same for your inner work, your private life, your intuition, things that only you and your God know. You can keep it that way. With every loss, like I said, there could have been a loss here from the past, recently, possibly in the future. Embracing change, and with every loss, you got to understand that something new is about to become into fruition. Someone could be pregnant. There could be a child in the future. This could be your birth. And something's happening here. Something new's coming in. And, it's even better and bigger than you could ever imagine it to be. So continue to tap into your dreams. Okay, I'm going to do some yes and no cards really quick here. So you can get a question in your mind, or you may have already had one. As above, so below. We're getting yes or no. Yes or no. We have the answer no, and we're going to clarify it. So behind every peak climbed, there will always be another peak to conquer. Yes, keep that in mind. If you want to live a long life, okay, if you want to control when it is you leave here, when you feel like your lessons are found and worked on, and you're passing down good advice, wise advice, and you feel like your job is done here on this earth, then you decide when you want to go out of here. You're not going to have anybody taking you out or be in a situation where you'll lose your life before you have time to work it out. Okay, enjoy, appreciate your life. Anything that we're going through is going to bring us lessons that need to be learned to help our next generations, to help our past generations. So behind every peak climbed, there will always be another peak to conquer. We're conquerors here. We're overcomers. The way is open, but there could be a fog of uncertainty that hasn't yet lifted, and it could be surrounding this police officer. Somehow a police officer is involved. Like I said, you could be the family of the police officer, you could be the police officer, you could be someone who has had some sort of confrontation with the police officer, or your family could have. The way is open, but the fog of uncertainty has not yet lifted, not until this change here, or that you embrace this change, injects you with a bottomless energy needed to ascend any mountain except Mount Everest. Just stay off that mountain, okay? Some things just don't need to be tackled, okay? It's not our problem. It's not our ministry. But anyway, metaphorically, no mountain is too high and no problem is too hard. I said that earlier. There's nothing that we can't overcome here when we don't, as long as we don't have intentions of harming ourselves or put ourselves in harm's way. So that could have happened, okay? Someone may have put themselves in harm's way because they're not connected or not paying attention to their intuition. All right? You get visions and dreams and inklings for a reason. They're for your protection. I feel like someone may not have listened to that in the past. And if something happened to someone who passed over, who may have had an inkling or some sort of intuitive nudging not to go somewhere or not to do something or not to connect with somebody, and they didn't pay attention to it, and now they're trying to get in touch with you and let you know, pay attention to your intuition. You can seek out confirmation, you can seek out wisdom and guidance, but you are your first and your last voice. You understand? There's no problem too hard, no mountain too high. Metaphorically, as above, so below. So, to clarify that, the situation does unfold slowly. So you got to be patient. Someone could be feeling a little restless about things. Just as long as 10 to 11 months. So that's a year, but you know how quickly the year comes and goes, right? But it does so very surely, forming a clear outline. So your will get clarity, and it could take you some time. It could take you a year, which is, in the grand scheme of things, is not very long, y'all. All right? Especially when you got plans and when you're making, positive steps toward those plans. It goes really fast. The situation unfolds slowly, as long as 10 to 11 months, but it does so surely, forming this clear outline of what you should do. Further actions are needed involving your shadow work. Maybe there is a need for forgiveness or just reflecting on the situation. Relying on your ability to impress others attracts not just incredible success, but a position of high privilege. Be who you are. Be who you are. That's the highest privilege of all. When you're in your authentic self and you don't have to answer to anyone, yes, you are. God is the only one that can judge you, but that God is you. Use your self-discernment. Use your self-judgment. All right? We are in the age of light. There's no reason for anyone to stay stuck in the darkness unless you're just wanting to hide. There is some sort of denial, or other people could be denying their shadows that they need to work on, but you keep pressing forward. You've been training for this for many, many lifetimes. Many, many lifetimes. I got the 10 of Pentacles in the upright, so I know that's true. Thank you all for joining me this morning. I really appreciate it. We have Ashes to Ashes, Banks, Bills, Alex, and is this fentanyl fan? I don't know what that is about. And this gay support. So I'll take that how it resonates. I think I spoke truthfully on that. And I'm not here to offend anyone. It doesn't matter to me what your sexual preference is. That's a personal thing. That's between you and your God. All right? There's no judgments. Thank you once again, y'all. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe when you watch the replay. Share the live stream. Share the replay. And I will see y'all soon. Stay blessed and grounded.